part is your range, is that you can do a comedy, do 45 minutes in the church. I can go to a comedy club in front of 250, or I can go into an arena with 15,000. That's range, because everybody can't do that, Katt.
Well, if that's what range is called, then yeah, it's range. But I like the people I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it can't be condescending, because I'm talking to my white male friend when I'm telling that white joke.
Right.
When I'm talking about this joke about this black lady, I know that black lady. That's who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to this fan base that I've been speaking to from the beginning. I already told them what I was on when I first came in. I told them they was gonna come after me. They was gonna cancel me. They was gonna say terrible things about me and try to mess my life up. I said that coming into stand up. I'm saying it in my
So you
first.
knew it was going to be.
It has to be. I know I'm going into the belly of the beast. How could I be naive? I know that I'm going into Satan's playground, but I'm trying to be so good that you got to bring me in so close that I can see who's doing what and what's going on in there.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Pearls of Eden, and today is Thursday, Thankful Thursday. We have so much that we can give thanks to God for, right? And I don't know if you all saw the Katt Williams interview yesterday, but yes, 2024 started us off with a banger, right? It was so good. And I'm only mentioning it because he had some key moments that I want to talk to us about for us to kind of like dive into. He talked about how he felt as though him being in Hollywood, he was placed there to expose things. He was placed where he was, but he would never forget that who he walked with, that he wanted to be a friend of God. And when he said that he wanted to be a friend of God, I knew that this man knows God, right? Because people just don't talk like that. There are certain things that when people speak, you know, they have a relationship with the Most High. And he said he sought to always, from a young age, be a friend of God. And he said that even when he got to Hollywood, he didn't want to lose that. He still wanted to remain to be friends with God. So there were certain things that he couldn't do, you all. There were certain things that just were not acceptable, which automatically puts him at odds with the powers that be. And that's why I have an affinity for people like Kanye West and the Katt Williams of the world. They may seem a little bit odd. They may seem a little bit strange, but there's so much wisdom and truth if you'll just have ears to hear and listen. So if you did not catch it, there were just so many beautiful moments in that interview, so many funny moments, because of course we're dealing with Katt Williams. But even in the comedy, there is always truth that you can glean if you have ears to hear and perceive what he's putting down, right? Like, I love that he also talked about giving and how when he gives, it's not for everybody else to take note of or everybody to see, because Shannon tried to kind of highlight some philanthropy work that he's done, and he's like, no, you know, that's between me and God, basically. Yes, I do these things not for the gram, but I do it because I want to be a blessing to God's people, and to much who is given, much is required. And I could appreciate that, because we live in a social media age where everybody wants to tell what they're doing, how they're serving, how they're, you know, giving back to their community. And those things don't have to be voiced. You just do them. The right hand doesn't tell the left hand what the left hand is doing, and vice versa. But we're just supposed to go about the Father's business, right? And so I love that he had the heart. He has that type of heart. But it was so good, you all. That interview was like almost 3 hours long, and it kept my attention the whole time. So y'all have got to check it out if you have not seen it. It is so good. But that's just one of the things that I thought was just so amazing, because he kind of exposed some of the things that many of us already know about Hollywood, how they always want to over-sexualize everything, how they try to feminize the men, how there are things and rituals that you have to do if you want to get to a certain height in Hollywood. And that's why he hasn't attained some of those great accolades, what they deem as accolades in Hollywood, because he just will not do those things. He hasn't sold his soul. And he went into detail about some of the things that actually happened in order to attain those riches and the wealth of the world. But he's like, no, I'm not going out like that, right? And that's why they hate me. So anyways, I love Katt Williams. He's funny, he speaks truth, he's bold, and he's courageous. And he's just a picture of what we have to be. We have to be willing to be set apart, even if it costs us the fame and the wealth and the notoriety of the world. God will bless you. And that's what he was saying. I'm still blessed. I'm still highly favored, right? And I didn't have to sell my soul to do it. So I hope that you all have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. I know this week is kind of rough for a lot of people getting back to work. It's like, oh my gosh, right? Back to the grind. But hey, it's an opportunity to go forth and do the will of the Father and to be a blessing to those who are around you, to bring the presence of God with you. So I just hope that you all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in the Lord. And I'll catch you soon. As the Lord gives me the utterance and the word to do so, I'll be back. But I wanted to talk to y'all about Katt Williams. Check it out. It's really good.
I kind of getting on there.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh, because
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he